Hello everyone, my name is Autumn, and right here is my co-host, Saturn. Saturn may not be an insect, she's actually a leopard gecko, but she really does love insects. This is day 2 of the Basics of Bugs series, the re-recording. Keep tuning in every day this week at noon Central Time to enjoy more buggy content. And if you miss us sometime this week, make sure you catch the video back uploaded on our YouTube channel. Today we'll be talking about how to collect insects, which is actually Saturn's very favorite topic. First, we want to have a caution note for parents. You want to supervise your children when they're outside collecting. You want to always exercise caution when collecting insects and arthropods, but also be very careful around these particular ones. Ants, wasps, hornets, and bees, mosquitoes, horse and deer flies, water bugs, also known as the toe biters, water scorpions, pus, flannel, and saddleback caterpillars, centipedes, spiders, and scorpions. So, where do you collect insects? The answer is simple. You can collect insects everywhere. Did you know that you can even collect insects on the edge of glaciers? Well, we aren't asking you to travel to the glaciers today, but you can find a variety of insects in your own backyard. In the tall grass, around the flowers, under rocks, insects can be almost collected anywhere in your backyard. So, how do you collect the insects? There are many ways you can capture insects. It's all up to the method you choose. You can catch, photograph, and release the insect. You can use a method like a kill jar or a net. You can use a trap. There's many traps, and we'll talk about those later. Or you can even collect insects that are naturally dead. I'm sure if you looked in your windowsill right now, you may find a few. Let's talk about insect trapping. First, there are two methods of trapping insects. Active trapping is in-the-moment trapping, like this boy in the photo. He's got his jar out, he sees lightning bugs everywhere, he takes his jar, takes the lid, and he catches it. That's an active trapping technique. There's also passive trapping techniques. Like right here, I have a sign for free pizza. This is going to be a pitfall trap. So he runs for the pizza and he falls into the trap. This is a method that you can actually leave in the field and pick up later that day. But if you did have your friend fall into the pitfall trap, make sure that you get them out and give them some pizza later. So, what makes a good insect trap? Traps need to be able to attract or intercept insects. When we mention an intercept trap, that just means the traps stop the insects in their tracks. Think of an insect as a football and your net as the defensive team. Traps also need to be able to keep the insect from escaping, and they're very good because usually they're very small. It also needs to be weatherproof so that the trap doesn't ruin once it rains. And last but not least, it needs to be easy to make, place, and clean. Now I'm going to go over to our YouTube channel to demonstrate some of these active trapping techniques. We will not have a video on demonstrating how to catch and release in this lecture, but we can answer any of your questions in the chat below. Hello everyone, this is a tutorial on how to make a rearing jar. First, we're going to start with our materials. You will need a clean jar. Make sure you've removed everything out of it. Just a clean old jar. Then you're going to need a sharp tool. You can use a sharp, sturdy knife, or you could use scissors or a screwdriver. I'm going to use a corkscrew opener right here. For mine, it actually made the best, smallest holes. You may want to ask an adult for help. And you also want to make sure that the holes are not too big. So you also need some leaf litter. You're going to fill your jar about 1/4 of the way up. You're gonna make a mess. Make sure your parents are okay with that. There we go. Got my leaf litter in there. You can add you a little twig as well. And there you go. Then you need to go outside and actually collect yourself some insect eggs or pupa or cocoons or even a Praementis ootheca. So what you're going to do to find them is you need to be looking under leaves, on twigs and branches. You can really find them everywhere. They may be small. The cocoons, you know, those are obviously your butterflies. Once you collect those, make sure that you clip off the part that the insect is on. You want to make sure that it has food when it emerges. The plant that you're going to find that insect on is usually the plant that it's going to eat. So make sure that you remember what plant you actually collected this insect off of. So once you got your cocoon in there, you also may think about if the insect is small and you don't want a million insects over your house, you may actually have to put mesh or cloth on top of your jar so that they cannot escape. So once you've collected everything, you put your lid on and you sit and wait. So that's the fun part. It may take a little while for it to hatch out, but after it's hatched, you can make an observation of what is your new pals. You can release them back into the same location after you watch them hatch. And also how many actually hatched out of the ootheca or the cocoon. Just let us know. And so that's the end of how to make a kill jar. Hey everyone, this is a tutorial on how to make a kill jar. First, we're going to start with our materials. You're going to need a clean jar. Make sure that it is very clean, nothing's in it, no jam or jelly or whatever you got in it. Clean off. You could take off the front if you want with some hot soapy water, but really you just need the inside clean. Then we need some cotton balls. You can take 2 or 3 cotton balls to place in the bottom of the jar, right here. Make sure that the cotton balls are a little bit even. And then you're going to need the non-acetone finger polish remover. You're going to add just enough of this to make the cotton balls damp but not soaked. So here we go. There you go. Awesome. This is what we look like. Then you're going to need your cardstock or cardboard. You're going to cut yourself a little circle or round. You're going to put it in the bottom of your jar. This will ensure that your insects don't get to the bottom of the jar and get soaked and really gross at the end of the day. And it just keeps the cotton, the materials off of the insects. But this is what it looks like. Then you're ready to catch an insect. So you go outside, you catch yourself an insect, he's in your jar, cap him for about 5 to 10 minutes, let him sit in there, and once he stops moving, you can then take him out, and you'll need a freezer-safe container. You don't want to keep your insects in the jar for too long. They'll start to mold and stink. So you want to take him out of the jar and put him into your freezer-safe container. Then put the lid on and put him in your freezer. Wait until you're ready to pin him. And there you go. That's the tutorial on how to make your kill jar. I'm going to go over passive trapping. I'm going to be demonstrating how to make a pan trap and a pitfall trap, but I will not be showing you how to make a light trap today or how to use one. If you have any questions about that, you can definitely ask us down in the comments below. Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make a pan trap.
This is relatively easy and you can use things in your home. So first you're just going to need yourself a container that's waterproof, that it's not going to actually drip through. So you can use a Tupperware, but really you want to use something that you're going to be able to color. So I use a plastic bowl that I bought from Kroger, and then you can also use paints to paint these pans so they're different colors, because different insects are actually attracted to different color pans. So first you're going to take your pan, and also you need some water. You're going to add your water to your pan. Make sure it's not full because you don't want it overflowing so insects can get out. Then also you're going to grab you some soap and just put just a little tiny dot of soap in your pan trap. And it's going to look like this. This is a clean pan trap, and we're going to go place it right now. Now that you've got your pan trap made, you're going to be placing it in a good area for insects. So you can pick something where there's some clover growing, some weedy area. The only thing, once again, that you're going to want to make sure you don't do is get into anything that's going to make you itch, like poison ivy or fire ants. You want to make sure that you're staying clear of those things. So we're going to place our pan traps out. Obviously you can see I've got some extra colors here, and this one's been for a few hours, and you can see that we've already caught some insects in it. Then you're going to take a jar, you're going to pour these in, and you can start picking out your insects so you can get them ready to pin. But this is the video on how to make a pan trap. Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make a pitfall trap. First, what you're going to need is a bottle and some scissors. Also, later on, you're going to need a shovel or a trowel to make you a hole. Anyway, so we're going to take our bottle. Make sure that you use parent supervision once you're going to be cutting this bottle. You're going to make a cut just at the top to make a funnel. Once you got this funnel, you're actually going to enter it into the bottle. Then you might want to bait your trap. You can use anything that you want to bait your trap. You can use cat food, dog food, some fish, some kind of meat. See what your parents will let you bait your pitfall trap with. So what I'm going to use, I'm just going to use some dry dog food. Next, you're going to find a good place to place your pitfall trap. Make sure that there's no ant mounds around because they will steal your insects out of it. So you're going to take your shovel or your trowel to dig yourself a small hole. Once you get your hole dug, make sure that it's the size of your bottle. Right there. You're going to place your pitfall trap, and then you got to make it level to the ground. So make sure you take all that excess dirt that you have and make sure that it is level to the ground, because just like in cartoons, insects are not going to know what's going on, and they're just going to fall right into your trap. So say that this rock is an insect and he's just crawling across the ground, and then, oh man, fell in. And that's how to make a pitfall trap.
And some of the trapping methods. Let's talk about what you should do when you actually have the insect. It's always a great idea to record the collection information in a notebook. You may need to look back at some of the information to correctly identify what you've collected. You can give your insect a number starting at the first insect that you caught. You need to probably put where you caught it. You can even get more specific on saying in your backyard. How you caught the insect. So what method did you use to capture the insect? You want to put the date that you caught it. And then maybe also what it was found on or around to the best of your knowledge. All these things can help you go back and identify when it gets time to pin these insects. Oh, and about those insects you catch, you want to make sure that you put them in the freezer with your parents' permission so they will not mold or rot. Make sure that the waffles in the freezer don't squish them either, because that does happen, and you want to make sure they're in a safe place. If you wanted to use the photograph method, make sure that you release the insect back into your yard. Do not take them somewhere else. Wherever you found them is where they actually belong. With that, I would like to thank you all for tuning in to the Basics of Bugs. The members of the FS Arendt Entomology and Plant Pathology Club encourages you to get out and collect this. For our last lecture on Friday, members will be showing you how to correctly preserve insects by pinning to make your own collection. You can use pins that you use for sewing, or you can order some pins online. We have that information in our Google Drive document. Parents, you can find activities posted on our Google Drive as well. Also, we'll be having a contest on who makes the best pitfall trap. To win, you must draw and decorate your pitfall trap, as well as explaining what you think you may catch in it. After you've done with your art, please comment a photo of your art on our Facebook page that says contest. Drawings are due Thursday before noon, and the winner will be chosen on Friday. You could actually win a free Auburn FS Arendt t-shirt. So join us then, and thank you for tuning in.